Hi and welcome to this latest video in the series explaining the law of attraction from eternalliberty.com. My name is Dan and I want to help you live the life that you desire. Chapter 15. Know it, claim it. People do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. James Allen. This chapter introduces part 3 of the book. We begin with an overview of what we have studied on manifesting previously. In doing this, we summarise and then expand on the key learning points in readiness for part 3. In the James Allen quotation, "People do not attract that which they want, but that which they are," is another way of saying you attract what you believe about yourself. This is because your beliefs dominate your daily thoughts. We attract what we most desire and what we least desire. When we first learn how to manifest, we predominantly use or try to use the conscious mind. We consciously determine what the problem is, and we consciously decide on what existing solution we need to manifest. We are all programmed with limiting beliefs from an early age before we are ever truly conscious of who we are and what we are doing in life. When we first learn to manifest, much later in life, we do so with almost all these beliefs still intact. Our limiting beliefs severely inhibit our ability to manifest what we truly desire. To use a medical analogy, we manifest to cure the symptoms of an illness rather than looking at the underlying cause. Consequently, and in almost all circumstances, we try to manifest something to fix a problem with an existing solution, such as working to erase a debt by, say, working longer hours. But we have to learn to manifest with whom we are already. To manifest anything based on your limiting beliefs is to compromise who you truly are. The more you can erase these limiting beliefs from the mind, the more you can manifest with your powerful higher self. The more you manifest from your higher self, the more you will discover what you truly desire, and your joy will be unspeakable. In this chapter, we will develop our understanding of the manifestation process, so we manifest from the subconscious, our higher self, and not the conscious mind. In doing so, we will look at manifesting your first miracle. So what do you want to manifest? In this chapter, I will offer up a suggestion. We will end part 3 with a significant, powerful and far-reaching outcome. As you read the following chapters, it is quite possible that you realise what this outcome is before we get there. We are going to look at the power of your imagination and your subconscious mind more deeply and powerfully than in previous chapters. We first introduce your subconscious mind as your bestest friend as early as chapter 2. You could not live life without your subconscious mind, and it helps you all day, every day. You would not be able to walk across the street without the help of your subconscious, with its program on how to walk. You can walk across the street quite easily at any time, and you accept this fact without fear or worry. You just know you can. Also, we saw that your subconscious mind has an important role in the day-to-day functioning of the body. Your subconscious controls the functioning of your heart, and therefore you would not be alive without it. Further, you do not have to force or will your heart to beat. You know and accept that your heart will beat. Trying to force your heart to beat will achieve nothing. And of course it is the subconscious that manifests your reality in the outer physical world from your thoughts, whether habitual or imagined thoughts. You cannot learn to manifest anything without harnessing the power of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious can be your bestest friend here too, if we learn how to use the higher self. So, how can we get to a point where we can impress with our conscious mind that which we most want to manifest on our subconscious mind? And just like our heartbeat, we simply know it will manifest without any force or will on our part. Further, how can we harness the power of our subconscious to help us know what we would most want to manifest? We have to recognize and accept that the subconscious manifests your life for you based on your thoughts and beliefs. All the manifesting power lies in your subconscious and how it interprets your thoughts. We cannot will or force our subconscious to manifest, say, a large amount of money. We have to use the power of our imagination to bridge the conscious and subconscious parts of the mind. The difficulty, and thereby the challenge we face with manifesting, is with our limiting beliefs. They make manifesting what we do not want very easy, and manifesting what we believe we want very difficult, if we rely on just our conscious mind. In using just our conscious mind, we often identify the wrong problem to resolve, and thus identify the wrong solution to manifest. We are so used to the conscious mind working on its own. Your higher self wants to help. We are going to look at identifying and letting go of your limiting beliefs in a safe environment with the help of your subconscious mind. This is not to say your conscious mind is not important. We will, however, learn that both your conscious and subconscious work best when they work together. Your higher self has been trying to communicate with you since the day you were born. It wants what is best for you. Your subconscious mind has led you to read this book. Have you ever done something creative that involves your imagination, like painting or writing a book? Your higher self communicates to you through your creative talents. I know my subconscious is helping me this very moment as I write this book. Through the power of your creative imagination, therefore, we can learn how the higher self guides and inspires you to manifest a life of fulfilled joy. This is the theme of this chapter. We have already explained the process to manifest a free cup of coffee back in chapter 7. Now is the time to revisit and thereby dissect every step of the manifestation process in detail, so that you can refigure it to learn how to manifest what you want. We will also look briefly at the what to manifest. After this chapter, there will be a study of some common themes that people often wish to manifest, such as wealth, a new home, romance, or health, etc. These will bring the manifestation process alive and make it more accessible. However, I am also going to suggest something to manifest first, before you look at these specific things. At this stage, this something I refer to is more important than what you would consider to be your dreams and desires. I am happy to tell you what this is now, and then we will return to it in the last chapter of part 3. This something I refer to is this. Your first manifestation is to become a manifestor. Previously, we introduced the concept of be, do, and have. This first manifestation is therefore the first part of the be, the person you want to be. Would you rather manifest, say, £10,000? Or would you rather become a person who can keep on manifesting £10,000 again and again? Think about it. In the meantime, I warmly encourage you to read this chapter and all of the remaining chapters in part 3. The themes of part 3 can be illustrated in 2 parts. Firstly, you cannot manifest anything, not a single thing, on your own. Secondly, you can change what to manifest at any time by yourself. There are advantages and disadvantages to both of these points, and therefore we will look at how to maximize the advantages and minimize the disadvantages, initially by explanation, as in this chapter, and then by looking at the examples in the subsequent chapters. Take the analogy of sitting in the back of a taxi once more. The first part above means you need the taxi driver to get you to your dream or desired destination. And the second part means you can give your taxi driver a new destination at any point of the journey. In this chapter, we are looking for you to be seated in the taxi, knowing your desired destination, knowing you will get there without ever interrupting the driver. Your driver, your subconscious mind, lines up the necessary phone calls, emails and chance encounters so that you will be busy with loving, inspired thoughts precisely to get you to your desired destination. So what is the cause of your habitual thoughts of giving the taxi driver a new destination when you do? It is your limiting beliefs reminding you of so many ifs and buts in life, which usually manifest as fears or doubts. They give you the urge to tell the driver a new route, or worse, a new destination, believing you know best. How do we get to a point that you can be convinced beyond any doubt that you know the right destination, that your taxi driver will get you to your destination, and you will not interrupt the driver during the journey? I have therefore entitled this chapter, Know It, Claim It, because it is the goal of this chapter. You need to have childlike faith. If you put a child in a taxi, assuming it is safe of course, and you give the driver the correct destination, then during the journey all the child will be thinking is what they will do upon arrival at the destination. They would never doubt the driver for an instant. The goal of using the manifestation process is to request your desires to your higher self for them to be manifested. You do this by suggestion to your subconscious with positive emotions. Fundamentally, your thoughts create your reality. The real goal in manifesting is, and indeed your ultimate goal in life, is to control your thoughts. The goal of the manifestation process is therefore to enjoy happy thoughts of living in the feeling of already having what you desire until it is real. There are a number of ways to achieve this, many of which I presented in chapters 12 to 14. In our busy lives with daily schedules centered on our work, family and many other things, I believe the best way is to use a manifestation process before bedtime. Ultimately, therefore, the goal of the manifestation process is to wake up with a renewed state of consciousness and be absolutely convinced your desire will manifest. It will be almost impossible to spend the remainder of your new day with negative thoughts of doubt or fear, because your mind has been expanded with the anticipated arrival of your desire. If you can be convinced, the do and have will follow. The ultimate goal of your higher self we will leave to the end of part 3. We have wrongly learned through life in responding emotionally to negative external events of those things we do not want and accept them as factual. If we respond with anger, fear, jealousy or any other negative form of passion, we are suggesting to the unconscious mind that this is what we want and it will continue to manifest these things into your life. Life is meant to be using the conscious mind to tell our subconscious what we want, and therefore we are to ignore and let go of all fears and negative events. Your conscious mind is your reasoning mind. Its role is to be gatekeeper of thoughts you want to impress on your subconscious mind of what you want. Your subconscious is your unreasoning mind and will act upon suggestion passed to it by your conscious mind, whether good or bad. Therefore, when we experience people, events or circumstances of what we do not want, the most important thing is not to react to them with any negative emotion at all. The lesson we must learn is to know the solution to these events is to be found using the power of the subconscious. The solution to change your outer physical world is not by fear, force or physical influence, but by proper, correct and positive suggestion to the subconscious. Yes, the goal of your manifesting is perhaps that new home or new car or new job. However, it should be apparent that the overarching goal of manifesting is to talk directly to the subconscious mind to claim your dreams and desires. If you can execute this manifestation process and feel convinced that you already have what you desire, then the subconscious mind will manifest it. Another benefit in using the manifestation process daily is to instill constant periodic discipline. A mind that constantly changes thoughts from bad to good and back to bad again is out of control. This will only lead to unhappiness. Using a daily process will gradually correct this and give you control over your daily thoughts. Through persistence in dedicated visualization and repeated affirmations, new programs are instilled in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind can then begin filtering events in your outer world and search for the things your new programs want it to. Prior to this, your subconscious would eliminate these things from your sensory field because of your limited beliefs and possible lack of self-worth. Visualization instructs your mind of things that are now important to you that were not before. Equally, this is why visualizing yourself failing at something leads to a predetermined outcome. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I knew this was going to happen"? The subconscious mind will hide from you the option of achievement because it deems it unrelated to your reality. Because of this, it is extremely important to control your mind and your thoughts. Eventually, the manifestation process will get familiar and easier to use, and by habit is always working in your favour. You may have heard how people will believe that when they drive into a car park, there will always be a free space available for them. They just know and believe it. It is their positive inner speech that manifests a parking space every day. It may start with 2 to 3 nights of concentrated use of the manifestation process, and then it becomes habitual. I frequently manifest fine sunny weather this way. Or when I go to the gym, I quickly visualize the piece of equipment I want to use will be free when I am ready to start a workout. At the start of the book, we said that emotions are the language of the subconscious mind. Therefore, the purpose of the end scene is to create the emotions of what it would feel if your dreams and desires were true, and thereby communicate them to your subconscious to manifest them into your reality. If you could review all of your previous thoughts, say yesterday, you will realize why certain people, events, or circumstances occurred. Your average of 70,000 thoughts a day create 70,000 mini manifestations a day that combine to create your outer world reality. Or rather, it is the emotions of these 70,000 thoughts that combine to bring about your reality. Your subconscious mind does not know whether thoughts of an external event are real or imagined. The purpose of your chosen end scene is, therefore, to create a joyful and powerful memory of an event that has not yet taken place. This is achieved by a controlled, highly focused, imagined thought of what you want, accompanied by unwavering faith. The nature of your end scene is irrelevant. It is purely a means to an end. It is a tool to imagine the emotional feelings of your desire and communicate it to your subconscious to understand what you want. It is equally true, therefore, that the best end scene you can choose is the one that best conveys your imagined feelings and emotions of what you want. Your chosen end scene should get you excited with desire in order that you emit powerful, positive vibrations. Make the imagined scene feel as real as possible with all the vivid senses and emotions of a physical event. Then your subconscious has to manifest it. This is how we are meant to live life, by creating our memories before they occur, first by impressing them on our subconscious mind, and not by response to external events or accepting them as fact. One of the most easily illustrated examples of an end scene is to move into a new home. You can visualize 4 walls of a specific room, its furniture, colour scheme, who you are with and what you are doing. However, it is also an example that is clearly about having something you desire. It is too soon in our journey to explain how to manifest a new home at this stage, as we need to concentrate on you learning to be a person who can manifest. We will therefore return to this in a later chapter. We have already mentioned before how a sculptor such as Michelangelo looks at a solid block of material and visualizes what the final pieces of art will look like. All the great works of literature, art, architecture, science and innovation began as great works of imagination, inspired by the higher self. Is it not likely they went to bed imagining their great work for the subconscious to work on it? An important observation to make here, though, is that somebody like Michelangelo already believed they are a sculpture. They do not need to learn to be a sculpture because they already believe they are. A highly focused end scene with powerful emotion is crucial. A sculpture would not change the nature of their final piece of artwork from, say, a human to an animal when they are already halfway through. This is most important to ensure your subconscious is communicated to manifest your desire over and above the noise of your daily habitual thoughts. If you are conducting an orchestra but you want to hear a trumpet solo, you will turn up the volume of the trumpet and turn down the volume of the other instruments. Therefore, stick with your chosen desire and fulfill the suggestions in chapters 12 and 13 to focus your thoughts. Yes, you can refine the details of your end scene as we will explain, but stick to the same desire. The goal of the end scene is to imagine all the sensory reality of what it would feel like if your wish is fulfilled, including the sight, sound, taste, touch and smell, as if it were true. At this stage, we shall choose an end scene, focusing on you being the person you desire to be, and less on the doing and the having. One of the best ways to learn how to manifest is with an end scene where you are somewhere away from your own home. Neville Goddard often presented examples like this. In the example of manifesting a free cup of coffee, I took it upon you that you would imagine being somewhere such as a coffee shop, as opposed to sitting at home. I find it nearly always easier to imagine an end scene away from your current home or other familiar surroundings, as they are full of reminders of your limiting beliefs. Believing you are somewhere else provides the subconscious mind with the free will to run with your imagination. Of course, this means you may have to imagine a scene where you have never actually been. This could be the case, for example, if you want a new job or career. However, you must already know something about the job to create an end scene to have the desire in the first place. So imagine you are there. The actual layout of the end scene does not really matter. If you desire to be in a particular job, then simply imagine positive emotions of being in a new workplace, irrespective of what or where it is. An office is an office. Likewise, a beach is a beach. We can manifest being somewhere more specific later in our journey of learning. It is so important to imagine your feelings from the state of your desire already manifested. Think from your goal, not of your goal. The stronger your belief during visualization, the more your subconscious believes the suggestion, and the sooner your desire will manifest. We saw in chapter 10 that when all three worlds of thought, senses and emotions are closely aligned, you will manifest what you desire. How do you choose the right end scene? A vital and powerful truth is that your higher self wants to give you an end scene for you to imagine and for it to be manifested. When you can do this, your subconscious will be convinced beyond any glimmer of doubt that this is your wish and it will manifest. We will learn how to imagine an end scene in which you are the person your higher self wants to be later in this chapter, and others that follow. Fundamentally, it will be your subconscious mind that gives you the right scene to play out through your imagination. So let it. Allow what time is available to you before retiring to bed to allow your subconscious to speak to you through meditation. How will you know your desire will manifest? You will just know. Use the manifestation process with a carefully chosen end scene until you feel change within and are convinced without any doubt that your desire will manifest. You need not put any physical effort into it except for focused, concentrated, imagined thought from the state of your desire already fulfilled. Key to this is to allow your higher self to choose your end scene for you through your imagination when ready in a meditative state. When you are relaxed and ready to imagine your end scene at night before sleeping, simply ask your subconscious mind, what would it be like if I had this desire fulfilled? The answer will come to you by imagining the wonderful emotions you will feel. Your end scene will materialize through your imagination if you let go of any other negative or fear-based thoughts. Because your dream is your dream, and your desire is your desire, your higher self has already brought it about. See whatever it is you want as already being yours. You own it, so own it. Go to sleep believing what you want already exists, and you are simply believing it into existence. You will wake up the next morning and simply know with all conviction your desire will manifest. In all things seek love and harmony, and you will have the desires of your heart. Seek what love and joy really means to you by talking with your higher self. The more you allow your subconscious to work with you, the stronger will be the positive emotions when you think from it. Choose your end scene being the person who has what you desire. Let your higher self give you the right end scene and accompanying emotions on how you would feel. Your train of thoughts the next day should lead you to feeling happy and positive about the impending arrival of your desire. Your thoughts will continue living in the state of your desire already fulfilled, and you will feel certain your desire is yours. To manifest your dream and desire is to change your state of consciousness. One way you can know that your desire will manifest is using an exercise that Neville Goddard teaches as follows. Can you think of your old state whilst imagining being in your new state without actually going back there? As already mentioned, it is best to imagine being somewhere else in your end scene away from home. Let us say you want a new job. Ask your subconscious what it would feel like being in this new job. Can you imagine what it would feel like being in, say, a new office? Then, can you engage in a conversation with other people in your scene, say a manager or colleague, and explain what it was like in your old job? If you can explain to them in your end scene without actually feeling yourself return to that old job, then you have changed your state of consciousness. Do the exercise in whatever scene you wish to manifest. Before we dive into explaining the manifestation process, I just want to encourage you to read it, and whilst the description that follows is comprehensive, please do not consider it to be one you have to fulfill step by step in every detail. Read it, follow it, change it, but allow it to flow to meet your needs. Find what works best for you. We will now look deeply, step by step, at the manifestation process. This process is designed to guide you to help you find your own way of manifesting, naturally and harmoniously. For the first few times, I suggest you follow this routine as prescribed. Depending on how you feel, then allow yourself to mix things up where you feel it will benefit. You need find what works best for you. What is your manifestation process that will enable you to sit comfortably and relaxed in the back of the taxi in full childlike faith that you will get to your desired destination? If practiced regularly, this process is all you really need. I have proved it works over and over again. I will list the different parts of the process first. In the next few sections, there is an explanation for each part of the process. Therefore, to manifest your desire. 1. Decide exactly what you want to manifest. 2. Choose a detailed end scene that implies your wish fulfilled. 3. Get into a relaxed and comfortable position. 4. Ask yourself, what is a reason I cannot have what I desire? 5. Ask yourself, what are 3 reasons why what I desire wants me? 6. Sit relaxed in a meditative state. 7. Ask your subconscious, what would it feel like if I had my desire fulfilled? 8. Play out your end scene in your imagination over and over for 10 to 15 minutes. 9. Repeat 1 to 3 times daily for up to 3 days. 10. Let go and surrender. 11. Live in the assumption of the desire fulfilled. Now it is time for you to try it. Choose a slot of 20 to 30 minutes per day. At bedtime, when the mind is relaxed, just prior to falling asleep, is best. This period must be devoted entirely to the manifesting process. You must not think about how your desire might be manifested, and you must not even think about how it could happen. Only imagine already having it. Again, only think about what you want being yours. Decide exactly what you want to manifest. What is your desire? Be absolutely clear, concise, and unwavering in choosing whatever you wish to manifest. I cannot state this firm enough. Do not waver in neither choice nor faith. Now read the title of this section again. Decide exactly what you want. It can be anything at all. It must be something you desire. There is no room here for ifs or buts. If you want more money, then fine. If you want a new man or woman in your life, then great. Stick to one clearly defined desire and do not wander away from it. At this stage, however, choose to manifest being the person who you wish to be rather than doing or having something. Seek who you want to be, not what you need. To manifest what you need is to believe you know more than your subconscious because you are manipulating the solution. Of course, this may be your first time manifesting. It might be wise to keep it simple just to understand the process. But after the first time, expanding your vision is encouraged. Is there a goal that you have in mind? Or are you simply trying to see if the process works? Write all of your ideas down to confirm it to yourself. The more clearly you define your desire, the better. We will look more at choosing and defining what you want to manifest later in the book. For now, just go with what feels comfortable and enjoy the journey. Choose a detailed end scene that implies your wish fulfilled. It is now your turn to create the stage in which you play the lead actor or actress. Choose the scene, choose the act, choose your character. What role do you wish to play? Choose an end scene matching your dream or desire. Choose a scene that gives you a really good emotional feeling. No matter what it is, start with something such as a job or a house that seems just beyond your reach. And then live in the feeling knowing you already have it. You must feel with your imagination the sight, sound, taste, touch and smell in your scene as though it were true. How does it make you feel emotionally? Choose an end scene in which you are convinced you can be the person you desire to be. What does an actor do when he or she goes on stage? They forget who they really are and wrap themselves up in their stage character, night after night, and taking on the role both physically, mentally and emotionally. Do the same. Imagine the thing you want exactly as you would like it. If it is an object, imagine yourself with the object, using it, admiring it, enjoying it, showing it to friends. If it is a situation or event, imagine yourself there and everything happening just as you want it to. You may imagine what people are saying to you, or any physical details that make it feel more real to you. You can take a relatively short time, or quite a few minutes to imagine this. Whatever feels best to you, have fun with it. It is almost always better to be in a scene away from your current home or workplace, and with other people involved. There will be specific examples of end scenes in the chapters that follow, and you will appreciate the importance of this when we see these. It makes sense though, for example, if you want to manifest love, that your loved one is in your scene, even if you do not know them. There is no rush or need for effort to get it right on the first night. There is no need to have chosen a specific scene on your first night, though you must know what you want. You can update and improve the end scene night after night. Just do not change what you want to manifest. the more clarity you can give the end scene in your mind, and the more powerful it will be. If it is a new home, you can add the decoration one night, the furniture the next night, and the views out of the window the next. If you are unsure of a scene, then ask yourself and your higher self this question: what would it be like if I had? You can imagine what if thoughts and build up the emotions of this thought, and thereby emit powerful positive vibrations, even if the end scene is not quite finished. Imagine who you want to be and place yourself in a desired situation. Be in the situation, not just looking on as an observer in the audience. What clothes are you wearing? Who are you with? In a new home? In a new relationship? Where are you sitting or standing? Give your scene as much depth as you can. Remember, you are replacing old feelings programmed into your subconscious mind from your old beliefs with new feelings and experiences of what you desire. It is far more important to emotionally feel yourself being the new person you want to be for the law of attraction to work for you. Do not worry about specific facts or how your desire will come about. Emotions create vibrations to attract your outer world, not facts. The key point here is to experience with your imagination as many of the emotions from your fulfilled desire. It must be said that the more vividly you can imagine this scene of your wish fulfilled, the stronger will be the feel of all your senses in the scene. Get into a relaxed and comfortable position. Find somewhere to get into a relaxed and comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, where you will not be disturbed. Usually a comfortable and supportive chair is best. I tend to light a candle and close my eyes whilst listening to a calming massage music on low volume. You may wish to lie in bed last thing at night when the mind is ready to fall asleep. This is perfectly okay, but if you do this, then adopt a less familiar sleeping position if you think you will otherwise fall asleep before completing the exercise. If you prefer to be sitting upright, then do not let yourself slouch. Sit with your head held slightly upwards. With practice, you will find that this is not too difficult for an extended period after a few nights of trying. Ideally, find somewhere that you can be repeatedly every night. Repetition is good practice to program the subconscious to expect this on a regular basis. What is the reason I cannot have what I desire? The next two stages will dissolve our old negative and limiting beliefs and create new, positive, empowering beliefs. The more you learn to manifest, the more you will overwrite your subconscious mind with beliefs of love, joy, and abundance. The easier manifesting becomes. This first part is the opportunity within the process to de-junk your fears or limiting beliefs. I hope you have read the chapter on letting go. I now want you to allow any negative thoughts to enter your mind. This may sound contradictory to the message of this book on the importance of replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts on already having what you desire. It is not. When you think about what you desire, it is human for some disbelief to arise. So allow these disbeliefs to materialize. The crucial thing is to avoid reacting to them with emotion, or to follow these thoughts with further thoughts of a negative, fearful, or anxious nature. Just let them be, and thereby let them go. In the example of curing a migraine by letting go, we saw that the approach is to feel the pain of the headache, and do not try to hide it, bury it, or have thoughts of who or what is to blame. Attach no emotion to it. By allowing the pain is to let go of any associated emotion, attachment, or feeling. The headache will eventually go of its own accord. Now do the same with any disbeliefs that arise in regard to what you wish to manifest. You may wish to manifest a lot of money, but you do not feel worthy of this. Allow any feelings of unworthiness to arise to the surface of your mind, and let them be. Observe them, but do not add any feeling or emotion to the existing thought. This is how to let go of limiting beliefs. The next section will overwrite them with positive beliefs of abundance. What happened in your day-to-day that led you to have bad, negative, or possibly awful thoughts? In Chapter 12, we looked at mentally revising your day, if or when something happened that is against the desired state you wish to manifest. Do this if your thoughts are habitual. What makes you think or believe you could not manifest what you desire? This is your chance to acknowledge that these negative thoughts exist in your subconscious. There is no benefit in hiding or burying them. Do not rush this stage at all. I cannot emphasize enough the need for your limiting beliefs to be exposed and therefore dealt with at source. Do not worry about these negative thoughts arising. Indeed, it is to be encouraged that they be dissolved. We have all been programmed with negative beliefs at some time in our lives. If negative thoughts do arise, then this is exposing your limiting beliefs. It is what you do with these negative thoughts that matter. Let us now override these negative beliefs with more powerful, positive beliefs. What are 3 reasons why what I desire wants me? Now think of 3 reasons why what you desire wants you. When we looked at manifesting a free cup of coffee, we suggested it might be, people get 3 cups of coffee every day. Or, I have no idea how I will get this free cup of coffee, but I look forward to seeing what happens. To manifest those important things you desire, this stage may prove challenging at first, and this is all part of the learning to manifest. If it were that easy, you would already be manifesting quickly and simply. We will look at examples of reasons in more detail in the chapters that follow, with guidance on health and wealth, etc. For now, do your best and try to imagine some reasons. I can manifest a pay rise because previous pay rises have encouraged me to bring greater service to the company that employs me. Or, this luxurious watch wants me because I will be advertising how great this watch looks for others to buy it. Now in your mind, select which one of your 3 reasons above gives you the best feeling and run with it. In the last section, you were instructed to not respond to negative disbeliefs with emotion or feeling. This time, you are encouraged to do this to expand your positive thoughts. Feel how amazing you will be emotionally if your desire manifested. Carry on with more thoughts of what you could be, do or have with what you desire. Let your imagination flow with good feelings for a minute or 2 and reach for the best feeling you can. For each of the nights you perform this process, you do not have to come up with the same 3 reasons, or the selected best feeling. The aim is to feel good and expand your belief. Again, have fun with it. Relax in a meditative state. Now is the time to manifest your desire. Sit in a comfortable chair or lie down. Close your eyes, relax and quieten the mind. Take in deep breaths of about 3 to 4 seconds to inhale and 3 to 4 seconds to exhale. Take deep breaths, in for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds. Do this about 10 times and you will feel relaxed. Take time to prepare yourself into a meditative state. Shut off from the outer world as best you can. It may take you several minutes to get into this relaxed mode. If you need help relaxing, then try this approach I use. Sit still and relax. Say to yourself silently, the top of my head is now relaxed. Feel your head relaxing. Then, my ears are relaxed. Feel your ears relaxing. My eyes are relaxed. And so on. Take a deep breath every 5 to 10 seconds. My nose is relaxed. I work my way down to shoulders, chest, thighs, and so on down to my toes. My whole body from head to toe is relaxed and feels really good. Continue to breathe in and out deeply. Then I say to myself, I am going to count down from 10 to 1. When I reach the number 1, I'm going to be in a very deep relaxed state and feel really good. Then slowly count backwards from 10 to 1, continuing to breathe deeply. You should feel pretty relaxed now. Yes, this is intended to be hypnotic. By relaxing your body, you deny your physical senses, and whilst putting your brain into a theta state to enable you to speak to your subconscious mind directly. In the theta state, we have a much greater influence over our subconscious mind. By enacting your end scene with emotion in your imagination, you are talking to your subconscious in the language it understands. If your thoughts wander off, let them. Do not be disturbed about it, but just notice that you are distracted and gently bring back your attention to your meditation. When you sense that you are fully relaxed meditating, you can go on to the next stage. This relaxation exercise puts your brain into a theta state. Do not force or coerce this. Let the meditation process unfold naturally. Let yourself fall into a relaxed state. Literally feel the effects of falling into a very relaxed meditative state. If you cannot meditate for about 15 to 20 minutes with a relaxed mind and feel peaceful and happy at the conclusion, then you are not ready to manifest. So keep practicing. Ask your subconscious, what would it feel like if I had my desire fulfilled? To have conviction that your desire will manifest is to be convinced from within your own mind that it will. Whilst in your meditative state, ask your higher self through your subconscious mind for help. Once you have imagined how it would feel if you had your wish fulfilled, allow your subconscious to build upon your feelings initiated from the previous steps of the process. Your higher self is the original source of what you desire. You are not alone. Your best friend, your subconscious mind, inspired you to dream and desire and wants to help. It is 10 times more powerful than your conscious mind, which is still learning how to manifest your dreams. We have already seen that a powerful truth is that your higher self wants to give you an end scene for you to imagine and for it to be manifested. When you can do this, your subconscious will be convinced beyond any doubt that this is your wish and it will manifest. Why do I ask this of you? We often do not know the true meaning or purpose we have in life that will bring us joy and fulfillment. Your higher self knows what you want before you, because this is the source of your inspiration. So instead of ignoring your best friend, make a simple request of your subconscious. What would it feel like if I had my desire? For example, what would it feel like living in my new beach house? What would it feel like being loved by the person I love? How fulfilling will it be as a millionaire while serving the greater good with total fulfillment? This may feel a little strange at first, but continue with faith. Your subconscious will respond to you through your imagination. You may not feel anything after the first few nights, but stick with it. After a few times, you will begin to notice thoughts, feelings, and ideas are prompted to you. If these reinforce your desire, then you know it is your higher self communicating back to you. You are now ready to play out your end scene. Play out your end scene in your imagination over and over for 10 to 15 minutes. By now you should feel very relaxed and your physical senses will be unaware of your immediate surroundings. In this meditative state, your senses can no longer feel your outer world. The scene itself should be about 2 to 3 minutes long. You are now the lead actor on stage, acting out in your imagination a scene of what you desire to manifest. Play out the end scene in your imagination, repeating it as many times as you can, trying as best you can to repeat the same act. Repeat those same powerful and positive emotions you feel as you imagine being in the scene. Continue doing this and then allow yourself to drift off to sleep. Imagine yourself with your desire or wish fulfilled. Imagine that you are there with as much reality as you can muster. Imagine being in the scene as the lead character, not just as an onlooker. Be you in the scene and be the new version of you who already has what you desire. Really see yourself with the object or person or situation you want. The scene should imply you are who you want to be and doing what you want to do. Imagine the feelings in terms of both what emotions you feel and what your senses experience if you already have your desire. What emotions do you feel? What physical sensations do you feel? To feel it as yours is to imagine the sight, sound, touch, taste and smell of it. For example, if you desire an object, see yourself touching or holding it. See its colour and size. Does it have a smell, a taste, a sound? The most important thing is to experience your scene as having already achieved your goal or your wish fulfilled. If it is a dream car you desire, then experience the roar of the engine. Smell the newness of the inside. See the speed dial move round and feel the seats pushing into your back as you drive out of the car showroom. You could even look in the rearview mirror and see yourself smile. Or see and hear an audience clapping for you after your speech. Or see and feel the certificate in your hand after graduating from, say, college. Let the feelings and emotions come to you. The more senses you utilize in your imagination to feel yourself having your desire fulfilled, the better. So include all 5 senses in your imagination. With practice, it will become easier. There is no need to force anything. Add people to your end scene, as it is powerful when you hear them say something to confirm your wish fulfilled. Hear them say, "Well done, you deserve that," whatever it is. You may even have a desire for somebody else to be healed, and so you can hear them say, "I am completely cured of," whatever it is. If doubts or contradictory thoughts arise, do not resist them or try to prevent them. Otherwise, this will tend to give them a power they do not have. And do not linger on any thoughts about how your desire will manifest. Just let them flow in and out of your mind, acknowledge them, and return to your end scene. Do not concern yourself if at first your scene and its detail are somewhat scarce or fuzzy. You can spend the first few days filling out your scene with detail and depth. Feel your way into this, and again, do not force anything. Also, do not worry if on one day you feel better about this than on other days. Just be relaxed and believe the process is working. Let the sensations of having your desire flood your mind, whilst keeping your desired goal in focus at all times. If, however, you need a few nights of practice just to develop the scene, then so be it. Allow yourself to do this rather than rush. Experience the emotion you feel having your desired wish here and now. Live in the scene, not away from it. I will give examples of some scenes in later chapters so you are clear. Do not force anything. Simply let it be. Repeat 1 to 3 times daily for 3 days. When you find you can imagine an end scene that feels truly magnificent, play it over again for 3 nights. It is important for each of the nights of this process you imagine as close to the exact same scene. For each night it is key to live in the scene and try to add even more depth of feeling each time. Equally, let it evolve naturally. Some nights will feel better than others, so do not be concerned. If, however, you still feel you are developing the right end scene, then do not include this day in these 3 days. Wait for your scene to be finalized, and then you will know when you are ready. Continue to play it until 3 days has passed. When I do this, I spend 16 minutes 2 to 3 times a day playing the same scene over, including last thing at bedtime. You do not need to play it for as long as 16 minutes, but it is a sweet spot for me. The time you choose should feel comfortable to you. If you only do this once a day, it is best to imagine your end scene at night before going to sleep in bed. It is fine if you fall asleep after several reruns of your scene imagined. Affirmations are a very important part of the creative process, which I discuss in an earlier chapter. If you like, you can end your visualization with the firm statement to yourself such as, "This or something even better now manifests for me in totally satisfying and harmonious ways for the highest good of all concerned." This statement leaves room for something different and even better than you had originally envisioned happening, and also reinforces that this process is for the mutual benefit of us all. After the third day, it is time for you to let go and surrender. Let go and surrender. I suggest you stop manifesting a specific end scene after 3 days. If you are now convinced without any doubt your desire will manifest, then it will do so. Why let go and surrender? You want to avoid dwelling on your manifestation. Why? Dwelling on it is like saying to your subconscious mind that you have not done enough and you do not really believe it is possible, or that you do not deserve the thing you desire. So letting go is an act of courage which is affirming that the manifestation of your desire will happen. By letting go, you continue to program belief into your subconscious mind that your creation will manifest. If you persist with trying to manifest, you will gradually sow seeds of doubt. You must also believe that you deserve it and not feel guilty about any aspect of wanting it. Remember, there is enough money in the world to go round. You need to remove any subconscious feelings of guilt or unworthiness once and for all that were programmed into you at an early age by society. Happiness is not the result of what you do or what happens in your outer world, nor is it something you cultivate. Happiness is a choice that starts within. Therefore, you do not need to feel guilty or unworthy of being happy. If you are waiting for happiness to happen to you, then you are going to be waiting for a very long time. I further recommend not trying to manifest a new end scene until after another 2 to 3 nights has passed. Allow your mind to clear for a few days and then come back. Maintain, however, your daily meditation. This is always beneficial, so please keep it up. Live in the assumption of the desire fulfilled. You will manifest that which is in accord and best fit to your conviction that you have transitioned from an old state of consciousness to a new state of consciousness. You will manifest your new state of consciousness according to whatever you believe it is. To live in the desire of your wish fulfilled is, however, one of the most challenging parts of the manifestation process to understand. To begin with, there are a couple of what I consider to be unhelpful analogies out in the manifestation media that attempt to explain how to manifest. I wish to replace these with a better analogy. The first is along the lines of, you manifest your dominant thoughts. No, you manifest all of your conscious and subconscious thoughts according to the level of emotional power you give them, irrespective whether they are positive or negative. This is the nature of your creative power. The second is along the lines of, if you want to manifest something, you need to change your frequency to tune into it. You simply cannot physically do this with the conscious mind, as simply as often implied. You do not have a dial stuck to your forehead to change a frequency. Everything in our outer physical world vibrates at millions and millions of different frequencies. Consider your 5 physical senses. Your eyes pick up millions of different frequencies of light and form a mental image. Your fingers may be feeling the touch of a table, which is vibrating at millions of different frequencies. Yes, it is. Ask a university physicist. The same with a chair you may be sitting on. Sounds comprise millions of different notes, some high frequencies and some low frequencies. To talk about just one frequency in terms of our physical world simply makes no sense. There is a far more useful analogy, therefore, that illustrates manifestation. Let me explain this as follows. Consider that you can hear 2 different songs playing at the same time. The vocals and music in either song involves many different frequencies of sound that the ear picks up according to the volume of the song. Now, one is an old song that you do not want to hear anymore, and the other is a new song you do want to hear. Both together, it is likely to sound a rather unpleasant noise. In our analogy, the old song corresponds to unwanted thoughts that emit vibrations to manifest a life you do not want. Consequently, the new song is of new imagined thoughts to manifest a new life you do want. What you will hear is a combination of the two songs, good or bad, according to the volume of each song. Does it not make sense, therefore, to learn how to turn down the volume of the old song and also turn up the volume of the new song? This is what we are trying to do in manifestation. When we use the manifestation process, the analogy is we introduce the new song on top of the old song. In other words, we introduce new thoughts on top of old thoughts. We attract that which best fits the combination of our remaining old negative thoughts and our new imagined positive thoughts. We manifest the combination of both, whether good or bad, according to the emotional intensity we have of the old and new set of thoughts. We are therefore looking to turn down the intensity of old negative emotions and turn up the intensity of new positive emotions. If, for example, you wanted a new silver Mercedes car, but you do not feel worthy of a new one, then it is possible you could manifest a car which is a used vehicle. If you desire with faith a new silver Mercedes car, but do not really desire a silver model, then it is possible you could manifest a new car, but of any colour. The greater the emotional power of our new imagined thoughts, and the less the emotional power of our old thoughts, the greater will be the clarity, speed and enjoyment of what we desire to manifest. In terms of manifesting, how do we turn down the volume of the old song? By removing our attention from it. We simply withdraw the emotion and any reaction we have to our old habitual thoughts. This is what we mean by letting go of them. It means to withdraw any emotional attachment we have to people, circumstances and events in our life of what we do not want. We may observe them, but with no emotion or reaction. Then they will eventually disappear, as described in the chapter on letting go. Consequently, how do we now turn up the volume of the new song? By increasing the level of emotional attachment to the new imagined thoughts of having what you want all day. Daily increase the desire and emotion of your new imagined thoughts. This is what is known as living in the assumption of your desire fulfilled. Daily use the exercises in chapters 12 to 14, including letting go, to turn down the volume of the old song. Remove your attention from any problems. Replace old habitual thoughts with new positive and desirable thoughts. Use affirmations to increase your belief you already have what you want. Think new thoughts every day of what it would be like if you already had what you desire. To further turn up the volume of the new song then, increase your desire for what you want. Attribute more and more happy, powerful emotions to whatever people, events and circumstances that occur after using the manifestation process, even if it is not obvious they are helping you to attract what you desire. The day after using the manifestation process, your new imagined thoughts must be louder than those of your old habitual thoughts to know you will manifest what you want. By following step 7 above, it becomes easier and more natural to experience powerful positive emotions with your imagination of what you desire. Your higher self wants to help you, and you will know you have manifested what you desire because you will be convinced from within your mind that it is on its way. So this is the process. The goal of the above exercise is to change your mental attitude to one that lives in a new desired state of consciousness by removing it from life in the old state. You do this by creating a mental impression of your desired state and continue to live in this new state. Your subconscious must then manifest this mental impression for you in your outer physical world. There is nothing you need or can do at this stage once you have impressed the suggestion into your subconscious. What do we mean by a mental impression? It is some sensory picture, a set of voices or sounds, or a mental image of a room, or a set of physical touches, or a combination of affirmations that you can hold in your mind that are a constant reminder of your desire you manifested. It is your first thought in the morning and it is your last thought at night. In the chapter on manifesting wealth, we will see that often all we need is a simple affirmation such as, "I am perfect health." From within this new imagined state, can you feel like you already have what you desire to manifest? Perhaps you try to visualize at night what you want, but no clear scene or picture forms. This is perfectly understandable, and I have encountered this many times. We can quickly consider this here, and there are examples of what to do in following chapters. Both affirmations and visualization implant suggestion into the subconscious. I find it challenging to visualize an image because my dominant senses are sound, touch and taste, and I find it difficult to visualize in terms of sight and smell. Hence I concentrate on hearing, touching or tasting what I want. So for you, determine your own strengths and focus on those in your end scenes. It is all about creating the highest feelings you can that is important. If you find it difficult to visualize, then use more and more affirmations. This includes hearing others in your scene affirming back to you that you already have what you desire. Do what you need to do to feel fantastic about already having your desire. This is precisely what the next chapters will cover in more detail. How convinced are you after conducting the manifestation process that you have suggested your desire to your subconscious and that it will become your new reality? Form your new mental attitude or image with positive emotions and give it all the sensory reality of already having your desire your imagination can muster. In the days that follow, you will just know it will manifest, and you will find your thoughts are more and more positive and less negative. You will have new thoughts and new trains of thought about already having your desire and what you will do when it manifests. Feel free to change the process above as you see best. I structured the key parts to allow further discussion of these specific parts when we delve into manifesting specific dreams and desires in the chapters that follow. And now, are you ready to make a life you desire out of the stuff that the outer physical world is made of, as we saw back in chapter 4? Every coin has two sides. Are you going to believe in the events and circumstances of your outer world as being real and continue to try to manipulate them? Are you going to continue to look at the same side of the coin and live your old ways? Or are you going to flip the coin over and look at the other side, which promises you a life you desire? This is done by first changing yourself from within, by creating a new mental attitude of who and what you are. Then your outer physical world will conform to your desired life. Your higher self already knows what you want, what you need, and is the source of all power. Become conscious of the power within you. Claim to be a powerful manifester. Claim to have the power within to manifest a life you desire. Claim it. For many of you, it will be the manifestation of your first true miracle until you can begin to understand and appreciate your power within. But if you can grasp hold of the message here in this chapter, then you will have made a giant stride toward creating the life you desire. In all things, seek harmony. Seek a harmonious relationship with your outer physical world, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your higher self. Live your normal daily life whilst manifesting a future life you dream of. Seek the power within, and it will come to you if you relax, meditate, and can live in harmony, balancing your old life with your new life. Seek harmony between controlling your older habitual thoughts in your conscious mind, whilst allowing your imagined thoughts from your subconscious to guide and assist you. When will my desire manifest? It could be today, it could be tomorrow, or weeks, or months. Some followers of Neville Goddard believe it is 3 days. Whenever. It will ripen, it will flower, it will manifest. Do not worry about the time. If you set a time expectancy or worry about time, then you are setting up negative vibrations to manifest negative events and circumstances. If you are anxious and worried from a time perspective, then you will attract more of the same unhappiness and stress, rather than love, joy, peace and happiness. Seek what you want, not what you think you need. You want happiness. Seek therefore to manifest peace, love, harmony and happiness for whatever situation you are in. Then you will find you have happier thoughts from which to manifest your way out of a particular situation. The most important thing about when it will manifest is therefore this: it does not matter. It should not matter to you. There is always something more positive and productive that you can manifest right now in terms of peace and happiness that is not time dependent. Is instantaneous manifestation possible? Yes, it is, and you are doing it every day, perhaps not always in the way you wish. When your manifestation will appear depends on the alignment of your beliefs and disbeliefs to the different options within your outer physical world with which you can transition from your old state of consciousness to your new desired state of consciousness. Let us consider a couple of examples. Firstly, you are driving to work and you want to manifest a free space in the car park. You have manifested this many times before and you maintain positive affirming thoughts of a free parking space as you drive to work. There is no need to use the manifestation process the night before because you are so familiar with manifesting a car parking space every work day. You arrive and park the car in a free space. Now, is this not as close as you could get to instantaneous manifesting? However, now consider a different example. Say you want, or even need, £10,000. There are many ways one could think of to instantaneously manifest £10,000. Win the lottery, win by backing the winner on a number of horse races, or even a letter in the post with a cheque from a relative. However, can you really believe this will actually happen to you? You might say this will take a miracle. Otherwise, your mind, so often hardwired to think along certain lines of belief, could easily think it might take as long as 6 months to get £10,000 through, say, a salary increase at work. We tend to extend out the time it takes for us to believe we could manifest a desire that we might think of as being a miracle. To manifest an actual miracle is, in effect, to reduce considerably the time you believe something can manifest. Now, if you try to manifest something you desire from a status of need, such as money to pay off debt, your vibration spectrum is inhibited by so many negative fears and doubts, and you will emit these negative vibrations which contradict your desire. What you think is your need is not your true need. It is far better to manifest happiness, peace and harmony, and then go to work on the next steps. Otherwise, manifesting from a position of need will end up with you getting in your own way. In the next chapters, we will look at some specific manifestation examples in an attempt to dissolve some common limiting beliefs, and by doing so make the manifestation of so-called miracles more realistic. We will then finish this part of the book with a chapter on your first true miracle. At this point, it is better as a beginner in learning to manifest on you yourself becoming a master in manifesting, so you can build up your belief you can have anything you desire. Then as you grow and develop as a manifester, you will move more closely towards instant manifestations. Your subconscious mind will learn new programs that help you manifest things you want quickly and instantly. This is as a result of replacing old disbeliefs with new empowering beliefs. Try the manifestation process for yourself and see how it goes. After a few times of using it, you may want to modify it in any way to suit depending on how you feel. You know your own mind best. Today, no matter what you desire, if you know that imagination creates your reality, then you can bring about a change of consciousness, and following this, your outer world has to change. Do not believe changing people or events in your outer world will help, but instead choose an end scene of what you want to see in place of what you have. It is of no avail to argue, fight, react or force. It only produces more negative events. Tolerate everything in your outer world with love and harmony, and know you can change everything from within using your imagination. Visualize your end scene with focus, clarity and high emotion so that your subconscious is clearly communicated with over and above the noise of your daily habitual thoughts. Your desire will manifest when you have changed your mind enough to just know it will. Then after a few days, let it go. Have the faith you already have your desire, and so allow your subconscious to work people, events and circumstances to materialize your dream. All you have to do is believe and wait for your desire to manifest. For some of you, it may be better to read the whole of part 3 of this book before fully understanding how you can manifest your dreams and desires. As examples, read them and learn more about how to manifest the life you dream of.